percentage rent. Definitely been seeing percentage rent a little bit more recently in some of my LOIs, so thought it'd be a great thing to touch on. Basically percentage rent, entitles a landlord, usually in addition to base rent, a percentage of the tenant's sales above an agreed upon amount. So, in the last LOI I received, it was just simply put in the LOI percentage rent, right, as a defined term, and it said 5% over 2 million. So, the percentage rent's something that's going to be negotiated, but really what you're going to hear is the terms a natural breakpoint and an unnatural breakpoint. So the natural breakpoint is simple. It's really just a calculated formula, and that is the base rent. So the annual base rent divided into a certain percentage that is going to be negotiated. So the example here would be $100,000 is your annual base rent. The negotiated percentage is 5%. So if you were to take 100,000, divide that by 5%, you have $2 million as your natural breakpoint. So therefore, any sales above $2 million, then the landlord gets to basically take 5% of that. So, if the tenant does 2.1 million, then the landlord would get an additional 5% of the $100,000 that was above the 2 million, and in addition to that annual $100,000 base rent. Now you then have the unnatural breakpoint. So this is also negotiated, and it's really just set manually. The landlord will typically just say, percentage rent starts once you hit 1.5 million, and then it's a certain percentage above that the landlord partakes in.